and one of the best ways to do that is with Schoology Updates. To go to Schoology Updates, one way in is to go right to your Updates page. And obviously, you're going to type any text that's important here. And down here, let me just review what you've got. You've got a place to add files. So if you wanted to add a PowerPoint, you can search through, select a PowerPoint, and you can see it's attached here. If you change your mind on something like this, you can go ahead and click the X, and that will remove it. Here is where you would add a link. So going up here, I have a page here. I'm going to just copy paste the text from there here. By clicking on these green arrows, Schoology will do its best to find the title of the page without you having to type it in. In this case, it did. And I go ahead and click attach. And you can see it's just stacking them up. So you can do multiple attachments to your post. Here's where you'd use this one for things in your Google Drive. If you click on that, it takes you to apps, to Google Drive resources. If you haven't connected to your drive yet, you might get those typical allow screens where you have to click allow, then you have to authenticate your name, so forth, but eventually you'll arrive where I just did. Let's say I want to attach this doc. Now, with most things in Google, the best practice is to select import link. What that does is create a live link between the doc and the doc in Schoology. Therefore, if you change the doc in Google, that change is automatically reflected in Schoology as well, which is just really handy when you realize you've made a mistake or forgotten to add something. So I'm going to go ahead and hit import link. The integration kicks in, and you can see it's been added down here. I can also add audio video. So if I want a little video, a greeting for the day, some specific instructions, some expectations, and I want to do it a little more personally, I'm just going to click on this microphone. If I just want to say something, I can click on audio. In most cases, I think we're probably going to click on audio and video, I think. And if I do so, up comes my webcam on my laptop. I can go ahead and start recording. Hey, everybody, and hit stop. And then I can go ahead and insert that recording, and there it is there. And then finally, I won't create one, but there is a place for a poll. So whatever text you put up here in this box, so let's say I typed in what magazine website should we use this week? I could then put my answer choices in here. I'll put a couple. I'll put Scope, just to show you how this works, and I'll put CNN. All right, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm assuming that I've got the text I want, everything attached that I want, and I'm going to click Post. Let me show you what this looks on the other side so you can see how the student sees it. I'm going to click over to my training student account. Just going to refresh the page real quick. And there's the update. You can see my CNN website is there. My doc is there. My PowerPoint is there. The video is there. This little set of green arrows just means that it's still being processed. Usually a fairly brief video might only take 5-10 minutes to process. And then they should see a little button here that says view, so they can see it. I think if they click here, it's going to download it to their Chromebook drive, and then they can view it that way as well. Up here, if they select one of these, you can see they voted for Scope. It says one vote here. If I go back to the other page and I click refresh, you can see right here that it also says one vote. So I can keep a tally if you want to use a poll. Now notice right now I'm in my course, all right? What if you teach 4 or 5 courses like most of you? If you wanted to send the same message to all of them, one thing you could do is use this clipboard to copy this message out to the other classes. The other way to go in on this, though, is if I click on the Shellmont logo right up in the left-hand corner here, you'll see it takes me back to my main feed page, all right? And if I go to where it says update up here, I can create the same update. The advantage is you'll see there's a new box right here. It says post to. So this is where I can either type in, better yet, I can click on this magnifying glass, and literally a drop-down comes up, or a tab comes up, where I can go in and click on the courses that I want this post to appear. All right, and then I would just click select, And when I went back, it would show those different classes here, and I would go ahead and hit post, and I'm done. So that's how to use updates, and it's a great way to stay in touch, give a daily update at the least for reminders, expectations,